and welcome to today's poetry lesson. Today we are going to be learning how to write Diamante or Diamante poems. Let's have a look at what they are. So, what is a Diamante poem? A Diamante poem is a poem that does not rhyme and has 7 lines. The first and the last lines are the shortest, while the lines in the middle are longer, making it have a diamond shape. It might be a little bit confusing, but we'll go through it more. So, here is a Diamante example, as well as all the things we need to include when we're writing a Diamante poem. Firstly, Diamantes are 7 lines long. The first and last lines have just 1 word, the second and 6th line have 2 words, the 3rd and 5th lines have 3 words, and the 4th line has 4 words. So, looking at an example, you might be wondering, why is there just some of the same words written over and over again? That's because when we are writing these poems, we use different language features for the different lines. The first line is 1 noun, then we have 2 adjectives, then we have 3 verbs, then we have 4 nouns, then we have 3 verbs, then we have 2 adjectives, and then to end it all off, we have a noun. Whew, it's a lot to remember. If you need to, I've got links below that go over and describe what adjectives, nouns, and verbs are, just for a little refresher. So, there are 2 types of Diamante poems, a synonym and an antonym Diamante poem. A synonym means 2 different words that mean the same thing. Now an antonym means 2 words that mean opposite things. So synonyms are when 2 words mean the same thing, but they are different words. And antonyms are when they are 2 words, but they mean the opposite from each other. I hope you're hanging along with this because you're going to be able to write some amazing poems after this. So here is an example of a synonym Diamante poem. So where the 2 words or the 2 ideas mean the same thing. This one is all about my favorite animal, a cat. Let's have a read together. Cat. Playful, naughty. Cuddling, hunting, biting. Treats, wool, toys, laser. Meowing, sleeping, nuzzling, soft. Curious, kitty. Okay, let's have a look at my synonym Diamante poem example. And I've written down the sides which type of words we need to use for each line. So my first line is cat, which is a noun. My second line has 2 words, which are 2 adjectives. So I chose 2 words that describe cats, which is playful and naughty. My third line are verbs. So I chose things that cats do. So that's cuddling, hunting, and biting. My middle line are 4 nouns. So I chose 4 nouns that are to do with cats. Treats, wool, because they like to play with wool, toys, and laser, because they love to try and find those little laser lights. Then my 5th line, I chose 3 verbs that cats like to do. I've got meowing, sleeping, and nuzzling. Then my 6th line, I chose 2 adjectives to describe the cat, which is soft and curious. And then my last line, which is a noun, I had to choose a synonym that matched the first word. My first word was cat, so a synonym for cat is kitty. Alright, I hope this is making a bit more sense. So that is my synonym example. Now we can have a look at what type of synonyms you could use when you're writing your Diamante poems. This is some planning that you can do to make sure that you are coming up with words that are different words, but they mean the same thing. So, when writing a Diamante synonym poem, we can make a chart with words that mean the same thing. So we've got 2 words, warmth and heat, which mean the same thing. We've got 2 words, cold and freezing, which are synonyms because they mean the same thing, but they're different words. We've got walking and strolling. Again, they mean the same thing, but they're different words. And we've got eating and chewing. So you could fill up a whole page of words, of synonyms that are 2 different words, or 3 different words, or 4 different words, or more that all mean the same thing. If you do that, it's going to be really helpful when you write your synonym Diamante poem.